Hi, this is Yvonne with Central Kentucky Television, and I'm here today with Kay Spalding Peterson.
Yes, you got it right.
I got all the names in there today. And we're going to be talking about Christmas gifts, and the Christmas gift that we're focusing on today is books.
Books. Yes.
Books for our kids for Christmas. Do kids normally like to get a book for Christmas?
Basically, it does depend on the child.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm playing Santa today, so
Okay.
I'm showing some of what I'm giving my grandnieces and nephews for Christmas.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for sharing with us.
Well, you're more than welcome. And I have a little grandniece who is 2 years old and is into Peppa Pig.
Okay.
Big time. So Aunt Kay has got her Peppa Pig, an activity book, and a coloring book.
Okay. Now, an activity book for a 2-year-old or 3-year-old, I mean, what could that possibly consist of?
Well, it's non-toxic crayons.
Very good.
Very good.
Because they're going to chew them, right?
They're going to chew them. And let's see, what else does it have? 8 crayons, and it says keep the bag away from babies and children, so you'll unwrap it first.
Uh-huh.
And it has 72 coloring and activity pages.
Wow.
So basically, start with the holding a crayon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you'll find out if they're left-handed or they're right-handed.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, hold it. They are bigger crayons for smaller hands.
Yeah.
And I had barely looked at this because Peppa Pig, she just nuts over Peppa Pig.
It doesn't matter what
It doesn't matter. And here's a big coloring sheet, so I'm assuming it's washable.
Mm-hmm.
So just something to pique their interest and start, with those fine motor skills.
Mm-hmm. And get them going.
And get them going.
And you don't have to worry about staying in the lines.
That's right. We're not going to worry about staying in the lines, although we do praise. Just like, that's a good job, Jordan. That's a good job.
Technique is everything. Isn't
Yes,
it?
and I have 3-year-old, and I also have a nephew that's 1.
Mm-hmm.
So we started with baby animal pop-up stories. Now, he loves to be read to.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a pop-up in every book.
Wow.
And so there are 2. So I have one that's 1-year-old and another one that's going to be born any day now. And so this basically starts them out
Yes, it does. With somebody reading to
with
them.
somebody reading to them.
And once they start hearing that voice reading, it's sort of soothing to them.
Yes, and we're going to put a plug in for the Marion County Public Library and the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. If you have a baby shower to go to and they are in Marion County, pop one of those envelopes or postcards in that gift because they can start with 0 to 5 years. So in 5 years they will have 60 books.
Wow.
It is addressed to the child. They get one every month, and the first book is The Little Engine That Could, Dolly's favorite as a child. So why not start? It's a free book.
Yes, indeed.
60 free books in 5 years, and it is addressed to the child. And what child doesn't love to get a package in the mail every month specifically addressed to them
Their name on it.
with their name on it?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. And that way they won't, maybe they could pay the water bill, but but still it's a book that's addressed to them.
I think I can.
I think I can.
Yes.
Yes, I did it. Yeah. And so I brought now here, and I buy my books. This year I started buying books in January and buying a set of books every month, so it wouldn't hit so hard at Christmas.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and these, believe it or not, I got from Publishers Clearinghouse.
Wow.
And there are 20 storybooks in here with Finding Nemo and Disney books. So I have about 13 grandnieces and nephews to buy for. So we split them up and they share.
Okay. Or you can make those stocking stuffers, can't you?
That's right.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And I brought a little, there's a plug for Farm Bureau. I had a Farm Bureau backpack that I received as a gift. And so I either buy little string backpacks for the older ones, and for the younger ones, I give tote bags like you can buy at your local dollar store for $1 a piece, and load it full of books.
Wow. That's a great idea for
And
Christmas.
those kids drag their tote bags around every Christmas. And we have Aunt Kay's Christmas.
Yes, that's wonderful, Kay.
And here's another one with 20 storybooks. And this is a book of manners.
Oh.
You can't start out too early.
No, you can't.
And I think just with please and thank you. And this one is called A Helping Hand. And this one in the back is called Tiny Puppies. It's a counting book.
Oh.
So you basically start those 2 to 3 year olds. It's not a board book or one of those rubberized books, but it's something they get that tactile feel of a book in their hand and being read to.
That's a great idea.
Yes, and they can. They all are relatives, so they can.
Okay. We've got table manners. We've got rainbow kittens. We've got picking up.
Yes.
That's pretty important, isn't it?
Yes.
Picking up. Mind your manners. Stone soup. The Lion and the Mouse. A lot of good stories in here.
A lot of good stories in
And
there.
excuse me. That's a great one.
That's a great one.
Yes,
And they can share their books too. So I've gone on to my older readers. I have 2 nephews that are 10, 8 and 10, or 10 and 11. And so they're getting into that reluctant reader stage.
Ooh.
So the first thing I buy for them is chapter books. These are Axel and the Beast. Well, you've got to get something that piques their interest. And here's a little mystery called The Four-Fingered Man. And they are just simple chapter books, and it gets them accelerated into a more difficult chapter book, like the Harry Potters, things like that.
Well, Axel and the Beast, we've got here the Antarctic Attack. So we've got a wonderful picture here on the front. And then as you can see on the inside, the words are a little big, and that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, with some pictures in there too to accent what's going on.
Yes.
So they would really enjoy this.
And same with the Four-Fingered Man. Bigger words, illustrations, so they don't get bored. And here's another one, junior novel. It's a Scholastic book, and I got it at Walmart. And it's from the Batman movie.
Ooh.
And what kid doesn't like Batman, Star Wars,
Yeah, all those guys.
All those guys.
All the Marvel guys.
the Marvel comics
guys.
and says it's not easy being Batman. So, and 8 pages of color photos inside.
Wow.
And a lot of the kids enjoy the Lego movies.
And then we've got them here with the Legos.
That's right. So you can accent this with Batman Legos.
Okay, so you buy the Legos, put the book
with it.
and it comes as a
And
set.
they come as a set, and they have the 8 pages, and they can make, it's almost like make and take. And they get little brothers and sisters say, don't touch my stuff, don't touch my stuff. I'm just going to finish with that.
Yes, these are wonderful.
So, other things I bought from Usborne Books. I have a relative who is a representative for Usborne Books, and she had pocket books.
Oh, those are nice.
And basically cities of the world. If they're going on a trip or have to learn about different cities of the world, something. And also I bought one, what little boy doesn't like insects?
Bugs.
Bugs are always interested in insects. And there's one, it has a fact file, and basically a blue bottle fly. I don't know if that's a horse fly or just your general garden variety fly, but
He's got his own name.
he's got his own name. And I have another one called Natural Wonders of the World. But the one thing I do buy for my nephews at this age is Ripley's Believe It or Not and Guinness Book of World Records. They spend hours when they're bored with their toys.
They can always go sit down and read.
They can always go sit down anywhere, plop in a chair, plop on the floor, plop on the sofa. Just have a good time.
Yeah.
And the next thing I buy for them, they like cars, custom cars.
Ooh.
Start them out early because they usually like drawing cars. I always include with this age either colored pencils or markers and a sketchbook. A sketchbook that will fit in their book bag because they're always drawing. And I have my nephew last year, Aunt Kay, I really like to have another sketch pad that I can fit into my book bag. So I include that with colored pencils. And you don't know where this could lead. This could lead to a job at GM.
Certainly could. The interest is there.
The interest in there. So I have supercars and customized cars so that they can, they're really souped up
Yeah, with all the different parts and
with all the different parts, batteries not included.
Oh boy, some of those names I don't even recognize.
I know.
These
Pagani,
are fantastic. The
Ultima.
Oh, some of these. A Ferrari.
A Ferrari. What kid doesn't want a Ferrari? I had,
What adult doesn't want a Ferrari?
yeah, I had a nephew wanted a Lamborghini for Christmas, but he couldn't spell it, so he didn't get it. And he still hadn't gotten it. He's over 30 years old. And with that book, I also put in how to 100 paper planes to fold and fly.
Oh, so that's a.
I also include in my I have two grandnieces that are 13 and 11, and I include a ream of paper, just computer paper, because they'll need it for their computer homework and to make paper planes.
Yes. Oh, that's so nice, and it's got such a nice cover on it.
And it's got a good cover on it too. I think it's indestructible.
Yes, I think.
I
so
won't
too.
say that.
And then it has
A fold out.
It's
Yeah.
a fold out.
How to use the book.
Wow.
Yes.
How to fold your planes.
Yes.
Instructions here, so this is great.
Might start a career at Boeing.
Yeah. Just might. Huh?
Just might.
Yes, indeed.
And another book I brought in the same genre, How to Make Buildings.
How to make those. Okay. And we see all the wonderful Fix-It shows on television. And
That's right.
so we can make some buildings here.
Make some buildings.
Make
Start
your
a
own.
career in architecture.
Yes.
Or drafting and design. My late brother was instructor at the vocational school or the area tech center in computer assisted design.
That's great. And we've got pages here
Got
for
pages.
you can write on or do your drawing on.
Yes.
What you would like to see or how you would like it built.
Yes. How would you like it built? Windows, 4x4s, 4x8s. Fair,
Under the ear.
under the ear.
Under the earth. I'm
Earth.
sorry.
With
Under
ear. Earth.
The other part was on the other page.
But my husband and I built an underground house.
Oh.
So, and it took some planning to build that. So that's a good thing to start in with architecture, engineering.
Good starter book.
Good starter books for the lead the way. And also one little along with the sketchbooks, I put in a dot-to-dot book.
Something fun.
Something fun. They look a little small, but that's for your older kids. I wouldn't recommend this for maybe 5 to 7. More like 8 to 10 to 12 to adult.
Yes, indeed. I haven't done these in a while.
I know.
Oh, brings back good times, though.
I know.
Yes, indeed. Oh, this is something great to do on Christmas Day when you finished eating and you're sitting there on the sofa.
You're in a food coma.
In a food near coma.
Near coma.
And said, well, I want to do something. I don't want to do
I'll get out one of my presents.
Yes, I'll get out one of my books and do some dot-to-dot.
Do some dot-to-dot. Or even at this age, word search, crossword puzzle, Sudoku.
Yes.
Yes, do you do Sudoku?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
But I do word find. I love word
I love word find. Something to just stimulate that brain other than
Yeah.
doing this. I mean, it has its place. Believe me, it does stir at the imagination. But a book can take you anywhere.
Take you anywhere while sitting at home.
While sitting in one place. And another book for adults, go to your local Marion County Heritage Center and look up our local authors. This is a book by Ann Barnett called Between the Rows. It talks about it's I call it historical fiction.
Okay.
It's historical fiction, and you can go from there. It is at our local Heritage Center. And another book is by Charlie Bickett, which is Ray Wickians and Other Friends. If you're a native Marion County and have relatives from Raywick, Why not a local book? I know Mike Shannon, another Marion County resident, has a book out. Check out our local. See what our local people have to offer.
Yeah, that's a great idea. With all these choices, you wouldn't think you'd have this much of a variety, but you do at Christmas, don't you?
You do at Christmas. Even I didn't bring them today, but gardening books, cookbooks.
Yes. Everybody loves cookbooks.
Everybody loves cookbook.
Yeah, good cookbook.
And I think the Lebanon Enterprise is giving you one of Susan Spicer's cookbooks if you renew your subscription. So check it out. They might be sold out. They go fast.
Yes, indeed. So we want to have everyone think about that. If they're your last-minute shopper or whatever, you haven't decided what you're going to get those kids yet, get them a book.
Get them a book. And look, these make perfect stocking stuffers.
Fit right in there, don't
They fit right in there. And they're going to just a world. It's a world of imagination.
Yes. Now, Kay, I'm going to put you on the spot here. If you were going to get a book for Christmas this year, what book would it be?
If I was going to get a book for Christmas, what would it be?
Or about what author?
What author? I would like to have a coffee table book from with black and white photography. Ansel Adams. Or a gift card from Barnes and Noble, Books A Million, Half Price Books. Hint.
Well, see, I helped you out this year.
You did, thank you.
So everybody knows what you want now.
Yes.
Well, listen, thank you for bringing all these wonderful books in today and for sharing your insight into them. And we hope that everyone out there will buy their child or a friend's child or any child at least one book this Christmas.
Yes, and ask your local library, your local from Head Start to preschool to elementary to middle school to high school to college. If you run out of something to buy for that special someone, donate a book and buy it in their name and give it to the local public library or the local high school, because you think of books, you think of children's books, but we don't think about our high schoolers.
No, we don't.
So
get something for them too.
Get something from them too, and make a donation. It's tax deductible. Have at it.
And I've got a couple of suggestions here for those high schoolers here, those car books.
Car books.
Yes, indeed. And for the young ladies out there, I'm sure they wouldn't mind a car book too.
They wouldn't mind a car book too, because 16s are coming and
everybody wants a car.
Everybody wants a car, and they want that fastest supercar to be the baddest kid on the block.
Well, thank you, Kay, for coming today.
Well, thank you for having me, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. This has been Yvonne McNary for Central Kentucky Television.